Seneca once profoundly remarked, "Life, if well lived, is long enough." Let that thought settle for a moment. We find ourselves on this incredible journey called life, a path filled with endless possibilities, each of us seeking to live fully, deeply, and with purpose. But what does it truly mean to live well? Imagine embarking on a path that not only enlightens, but empowers, transforming your everyday experiences into a source of wisdom and insight. We are diving into the world of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy founded on resilience, clarity, and the profound peace that comes from understanding the art of living. I will be sharing 10 powerful Stoic strategies that can revolutionize the way you perceive, interact with, and navigate the world. If you are ready to transform your approach to life's trials and triumphs, to learn how to remain steadfast in the face of adversity, and to discover a wellspring of inner peace and strength, then you are in the right place. I invite you to join our community of thinkers and seekers as we undertake this journey together. Each idea we explore builds upon the last, so I encourage you to embrace the full path we are about to walk. 1. Embracing change. When did something last change in your life? Perhaps it was a subtle shift in your daily routine, or something far greater, like a new career or a move to a new city. It likely felt uncomfortable, perhaps even daunting. But it is here that Stoicism offers its wisdom, teaching us that these moments are not merely obstacles, but opportunities for growth, for learning, and for becoming stronger versions of ourselves. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most revered Stoic philosophers, expressed this beautifully. Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny for what could more ably fit your needs. This perspective is transformative. It asks us to see the fabric of our lives as a mosaic, ever evolving with each new piece, each change contributing to the beauty of the whole. Now, embracing change is not a passive act. It is not about letting life simply sweep you along. It is about active engagement, meeting these changes head-on with courage, openness, and a willingness to adapt. It is about asking, what can this change teach me? How can it help me grow? While facing the unknown can be unnerving, Stoicism equips us with a mindset not just to endure, but to thrive. It teaches us to find stability within, anchoring ourselves in our values so that we may face any change with equanimity and grace. 2. Embracing discomfort. Growth rarely happens in the comfort zone. It is often in those moments of unease that we find our most profound opportunities for personal transformation. The Stoics were masters at turning adversity into advantage. They believed that facing difficulties was not only a way to build character, but a pathway toward resilience, wisdom, and inner strength. Consider a muscle. Without resistance, it cannot grow stronger. The same is true for our character and our mind. Reflect on a time when you were truly uncomfortable, perhaps tackling a daunting project, navigating a difficult relationship, or confronting a fear. It was arduous, and you might have been tempted to retreat. But if you pushed through, you likely emerged on the other side stronger, wiser, and more capable. This is the essence of embracing discomfort as taught by Stoicism. It is about seeing challenges not as impediments, but as invitations. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." He meant that obstacles are not just hurdles to overcome. They are the very material from which we forge our path, practice virtue, and grow. But how do we do this when every part of us wants to avoid it? It begins with a shift in perspective. Instead of dreading discomfort, we can see it as a signal, a beacon guiding us toward growth. It is about stepping into the challenge and asking, what can I learn from this? How can this strengthen me? It is also about preparation. Just as Stoics practiced negative visualization, imagining worst-case scenarios to prepare themselves mentally, we can practice stepping into small discomforts voluntarily. This might mean taking a cold shower, speaking up in a meeting, or tackling a task we have been avoiding. These small acts build our resilience so that when life presents us with greater challenges, we are ready. 3. Practicing disengagement. In the context of Stoicism, disengagement is not about turning your back on the world. It is about creating an inner space, a mental retreat where you can find clarity, perspective, and peace of mind. We live in a world that constantly buzzes with tasks, notifications, and demands on our attention. It is easy to become caught in this whirlwind and lose touch with ourselves and what truly matters. This is where the Stoic practice of disengagement becomes vital. It is about intentionally stepping back, even for a moment, to reconnect with your inner self and view your life with fresh eyes. The Stoics were dedicated to reflection and meditation, taking time each day to examine their thoughts, actions, and reactions. Marcus Aurelius set aside time for this self-reflection, writing in a journal that would become the Meditations, a cornerstone of Stoic literature. This practice helped him remain grounded and aligned with his values amidst the complexities of being a Roman emperor. We can practice this in our modern lives with simple acts. It could be taking a few minutes each day to sit in silence, perhaps in the morning before the day begins or in the evening as it winds down. During this time, you can reflect on your day, your responses to events, and your alignment with your values. It is about observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment. Another way is through what can be called intentional pauses. These are moments throughout the day where you stop what you are doing, take a deep breath, and simply exist in the present. A pause between tasks, a quiet moment savoring a coffee, or a brief walk to clear your mind. These pauses break the cycle of constant activity and provide small oases of tranquility. Practicing disengagement does not mean you care less about your responsibilities. On the contrary, it allows you to engage more fully and meaningfully when you return. By stepping back regularly, you recharge, gain new perspectives, and approach your life with renewed energy and focus. 4. Maintaining lifelong learning. Stoicism encourages us to see learning not as a finite task, but as a continuous journey that enriches our lives, hones our minds, and deepens our understanding of the world. The Stoics believed that every experience, every interaction, and every challenge offers a lesson. It is through these lessons that we grow wiser and more attuned to our true nature. For them, learning was not merely an intellectual exercise. It was a vital pursuit, deeply intertwined with the practice of virtue and the quest for a good life. How can we embrace this practice today? It begins with curiosity, a vibrant, open-ended curiosity that drives us to explore, ask questions, and seek out new perspectives. It is about looking at the world with a sense of wonder and a desire to understand more deeply. But maintaining this path also requires intention. It means setting aside time for reflection, for reading, for engaging in meaningful conversations, and for cultivating new skills. It means choosing to be a student of life, regardless of our age or circumstance. There is a profound sense of empowerment in this approach. When we commit to lifelong learning, we affirm that we are never finished growing. We acknowledge that there is always more to discover, more to understand, and more ways to enrich our lives and the lives of others. To cultivate this mindset, we can start by diversifying our sources of knowledge, reading books, listening to podcasts, traveling, trying new hobbies, and engaging with people from different walks of life. We can also embrace the Stoic practice of self-examination, regularly reflecting on our experiences and assumptions to uncover the lessons life is teaching us. And it is crucial to remember that this is not a solitary journey. It is enriched by sharing our discoveries with others, by engaging in dialogue, and by being part of a community of learners. This exchange not only deepens our own understanding, but contributes to the growth of those around us. 5. Cultivating gratitude. The Stoics understood that life rarely unfolds exactly as we wish. There are seasons of joy and sorrow, of gain and loss. Through it all, cultivating gratitude allows us to focus on abundance rather than lack, on lessons rather than disappointments, and on opportunities rather than obstacles. It is the art of appreciating what we have here and now without taking anything for granted. This profound sense of gratitude begins with mindfulness, with being present and truly aware of the myriad blessings that surround us. It is about waking each day and recognizing the miracle of life itself, the air we breathe, the sky above, our capacity to think, feel, and love. But it also involves a shift in perspective. It means recognizing that even our challenges can be sources of gratitude, for they teach us, shape us, and give us strength. Marcus Aurelius encouraged seeing each day as a precious gift, an opportunity to live in accordance with our values. One effective way to maintain this attitude is to keep a gratitude journal. Each day, simply write down 3 things for which you are grateful. They can be grand triumphs or small moments, a kind gesture from a stranger, a beautiful sunset, a personal achievement. This practice tunes our awareness to the positive aspects of our lives and fosters a habit of appreciation. Another way is through quiet contemplation, taking time to reflect on the things we often overlook. It can also be powerful to express our gratitude to others, not just in thought, but through words and actions, reinforcing our sense of interconnectedness. The key is that cultivating gratitude is not about ignoring the difficulties of the world. It is about finding a balance, acknowledging both the good and the bad, and choosing to focus on what nourishes our spirit. Gratitude does not make us complacent. It fuels us with positive energy and resilience, empowering us to face life's challenges with courage and grace. 6. The power of mindful observation. When we truly engage in mindful observation, we embark on a profound exercise that deepens our connection to the world, enhances our appreciation for life, and cultivates inner tranquility. What does it mean to observe mindfully? It is to fully immerse ourselves in the present moment, engaging all our senses to notice the details of our environment. It is the direct opposite of the autopilot mode we so often fall into, where we move through our day without truly seeing, hearing, or feeling what is around us. In Stoicism, mindful observation is a way to practice presence and awareness, key virtues that help us live in accordance with reason. By attuning ourselves to our immediate experience, we gain insights into the nature of life and our place within it. It is about seeing the beauty, the transience, and the interconnectedness of all things. This practice is more accessible than you might think. It can begin with something as simple as observing a leaf fluttering in the breeze, noticing its colors, textures, and the way it moves. It might be giving your full attention to a person you are speaking with, truly seeing their expressions and hearing their words. But mindful observation also invites us to turn our gaze inward, to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment. This inner observation leads to profound self-awareness, allowing us to respond to life's situations with greater clarity and equanimity. Here is an exercise to try. The next time you go for a walk, notice 5 things you have never seen before. Details in the architecture, patterns in nature, the play of light and shadow. This practice can awaken your sense of wonder. Mindful observation also connects to the Stoic reflection on impermanence. By observing the constant changes around us, the cycle of the seasons, the ebb and flow of daily life, we are reminded of the transient nature of all things. This fosters a sense of gratitude, resilience, and a deeper appreciation for the present moment. I encourage you to integrate this practice into your daily routine. Whether savoring your morning coffee or simply being aware of your breath, these moments of presence can transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. 7. Practicing active listening. In a world bustling with chatter and distractions, the art of truly listening, to others, to ourselves, and to the world, can seem like a rare treasure. Active listening is more than a communication skill. It is a way of being fully present and engaged. It is about listening not only with our ears, but with our hearts and minds, offering our full attention with the intention to understand and connect. For the Stoics, active listening is a practice of empathy, patience, and respect, virtues central to a wise and good life. How do we cultivate this art? It begins with intention, the conscious decision to be fully present with someone, to hear what they are saying without planning a response or allowing the mind to wander. It is about creating a space where the other person feels seen, heard, and valued. When you listen actively, you are not waiting for your turn to speak. You are genuinely interested in the other person's perspective. You listen to understand, not simply to reply. This involves paying attention not only to their words, but also to their tone of voice, facial expressions, and body language, all of which offer deeper insight. Active listening involves asking thoughtful questions, reflecting back what you have heard, and showing empathy. It is a dynamic process, a dance where you are fully attuned to your partner, moving together in a shared space of communication. But this practice also applies to our relationship with ourselves. By listening attentively to our inner thoughts, feelings, and intuitions, we gain valuable self-awareness. This inner listening helps us understand our motivations and navigate our path with greater clarity. Practicing active listening can transform our relationships, fostering deeper connections and trust. It encourages openness, reduces misunderstandings, and promotes a genuine appreciation for diverse experiences. So I invite you to embrace this practice in your daily life. Whether conversing with a friend or engaging in self-reflection, strive to listen with intention and openness. Remember, every person you meet has a story to tell, a lesson to teach, and a perspective to share. By listening actively, you honor their humanity and enrich your own life. 8. Seeking silence. This is about more than just stepping away from external noise. It is about cultivating a quietness within, a stillness of mind that allows us to think more clearly, perceive more deeply, and live more intentionally. The Stoics practiced this through contemplation and meditation, using silence as a tool to connect with their inner wisdom and the natural world. How can we seek and embrace this nurturing silence in our modern lives? It may seem challenging, but it does not require a drastic change in lifestyle. It is about finding small, intentional moments of quiet in our daily routines. You can begin by creating rituals that invite silence into your day. Perhaps it is a few minutes of meditation each morning, a quiet walk in nature, or simply turning off all electronic devices for a designated period. These practices allow you to disconnect from the external chatter and tune into your own thoughts and sensations. But seeking silence is also about quieting the internal noise, the incessant stream of thoughts and worries that occupy our minds. This is where Stoic mindfulness is essential, observing our thoughts without attachment, letting them pass without getting entangled in their narrative. By doing so, we can find a sense of inner peace that resonates even in the midst of a noisy world. Moreover, seeking silence can deepen our relationships. When we are comfortable with silence, we listen more attentively and engage more meaningfully. We learn to appreciate the pauses, the unspoken words, and the space between sounds, discovering a new dimension of connection. In the quiet, we find clarity. In stillness, we find strength. Seeking silence is not an escape from life, but a way to more fully connect with it. For the Stoics, the pursuit of silence was a way to attune themselves to the world's natural rhythm, to cultivate inner virtue, and to ready the mind for deep inquiry and self-reflection. In our own time, seeking silence can be a radical act of self-care, a rebellion against the ceaseless clamor of a world filled with distractions. And so, I invite you to embrace the art of seeking silence, to weave it into the very fabric of your daily life. Whether through meditation, walks in nature, or simple mindful pauses, find ways to reconnect with the quietude that resides both within and around you. In doing so, you will not only honor the Stoic tradition, but also nurture your own well-being, discovering a sanctuary of peace and wisdom in the midst of life's chaos. Number 9. Embracing diverse interactions. The Stoics recognized the profound value in engaging with a wide array of people. They believed that wisdom could be found in every corner of society, from the marketplace to the philosopher's school, and that interacting with a broad spectrum of individuals could deepen their understanding of the world and of human nature itself. In actively seeking and embracing these varied encounters, we do more than simply gather opinions. We challenge our own perspectives, dismantle our biases, and uncover the common threads of humanity that unite us all. So, how do we bring this Stoic practice into our modern lives? It begins with an attitude of openness and curiosity. When we encounter someone from a different background or with a different viewpoint, we should see it not as a barrier to overcome, but as an invitation to learn and to grow. This means asking questions, listening with genuine intent, and striving to comprehend their experiences, even when they diverge sharply from our own. Yet, embracing this diversity is about more than just conversation. It is about immersing ourselves in different environments and situations. This could mean attending cultural events, reading books from authors around the globe, traveling to new places, or even just exploring a new neighborhood in your own city. Every one of these experiences expands our horizons, deepens our empathy, and enriches our understanding of the world. Furthermore, this engagement with diverse perspectives sharpens our skills in problem-solving and critical thinking. When we encounter different ways of seeing the world, we are compelled to think more deeply, to question our assumptions, and to consider a broader spectrum of solutions. We must remember, however, that embracing such diversity also means confronting our own discomforts and prejudices. It demands a readiness to step beyond our comfort zones, to engage with ideas and beliefs that may challenge our very foundations. Here, in this space of productive discomfort, is where true growth occurs. It is where we learn to navigate complexity, to embrace ambiguity, and to cultivate a more nuanced understanding of the world. The Stoics saw value in every human encounter, recognizing that each person we meet offers a lesson, a mirror to our own character, and a contribution to our journey toward wisdom. And so, I invite you to embrace the rich tapestry of human experience, to seek out and to cherish the diverse interactions in your life. By doing so, you will not only live in alignment with Stoic principles, but also enrich your own existence, expand your mind, and forge a deeper connection with the fascinating world that surrounds you. Number 10. Cultivating curiosity over judgment. When we approach life with a mind full of curiosity, we are less likely to be caught in the snares of rigid thinking or snap judgments. We become more open to new experiences, more willing to question our own assumptions, and more skillful in navigating the complexities of the world. But how can we cultivate this sense of curiosity, particularly when judgment feels like our default setting? It begins with awareness. The moment you feel a quick judgment forming, simply pause. Ask yourself, is there another way to see this? What might I be missing? What can this person or situation teach me? This simple act of inquiry can shift your entire perspective, creating a space for curiosity to flourish. However, cultivating curiosity is more than just questioning our judgments. It is an active search for new experiences, ideas, and perspectives. It is about embracing the unknown and the unfamiliar, stepping beyond the boundaries of your comfort zone, and welcoming the possibility of being surprised and challenged. Whether it's trying a new cuisine, picking up a book on a topic you know little about, or striking up a conversation with someone from a different background, each of these small acts of curiosity has the power to enrich your life in the most unexpected ways. And it is here that Stoicism offers us a profound anchor. The Stoics held that every experience, whether we label it good or bad, is an opportunity for learning and growth. When we cultivate curiosity, we align ourselves with this very philosophy. We begin to see life as an endless classroom, where every moment is a teacher, if only we are willing to listen. But what happens when this curiosity leads us to confront challenging or uncomfortable truths? This, too, is part of the journey. True curiosity is not a search for comfortable answers. It is about delving deeper, asking the harder questions, and remaining open to whatever answers may arise. It is about cultivating the resilience to face those truths, to learn from them, and to use that newfound knowledge to grow. So I invite you to embrace curiosity as a way of being. Let it be the compass that guides your interactions, your learning, and your path of self-discovery. Celebrate the questions themselves, relish the journey of seeking answers, and remember that in every moment of not knowing, of wondering and inquiring, lies the potential for growth, for understanding, and for a deeper connection to the world. As we conclude our journey into the heart of Stoicism for today, I wish to leave you with this thought. Embrace curiosity. Embrace learning. Embrace every facet of this wondrous life with an open heart and an open mind. By choosing curiosity over judgment, we do not merely live, we thrive, we grow, and we connect on a profound level with the world and the people within it. If you wish to continue on this path of discovery, you will find further explorations on your screen. I encourage you to dive deeper, to explore further, and to continue nurturing the curious spirit within you. Thank you for joining me. Your presence makes this community a beacon of shared wisdom and introspection. Until we meet again, be well, stay curious, and cherish the wisdom that Stoicism offers our lives.